Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? How's it going? Today is Thursday, March the 2nd. We are now 2 days into the wonderful month of March. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning today. It is nice, it is shiny, it is chilly, and it is cold, but you know what? We are going to have some fun today. We are going to have some fun. We got a lot of fun stuff going on. So let's get started. Let's jump right in today. We actually have a couple of entertaining things that have happened. And this first one that we have from the Augusta Chronicles on USA Today. The caption literally is titled, "Georgia woman crashes SUV into Popeyes after her order was missing biscuits," authorities say. Yeah, how on earth does that work? I don't know. I do not know, people. What is going on with society? It's just mind-boggling how this works. You get that mad that you crash into the restaurant at the very beginning of everything. I don't know. I do not know. And I can sit here and say this because, you know, I've done food service for quite a while now. I may not be directly in a business like this anymore, but I've been around it. Okay. But to be that mad. Now, I've had customers come in throwing a temper tantrum, you know, that like a 2-year-old would be jealous of, or an 11-year-old, 10-year-old, you know, 10-year-old drama queen. We're not going to get into that, though. But I've seen people come in that just are royally mad. They're throwing a hissy fit. They're, you know, you think you're going to have to, like, call the police on them to escort them out. It is that bad. But never in my wildest dreams have I actually seen something like this personally. Okay, I think the closest thing that I've ever seen remotely is that one of the franchise stores that I used to be with, I wasn't there at the time. Woman thought she was pushing on the brake, ended up hitting the gas and drove straight into the lobby. Yeah. But never that you get so mad that you crash it into it. Now, there could be something more to it, but this is just like, what? How on earth can this happen? How? People, you know, tell me, please help me with this. Help me figure this out. I don't get it. I don't know what to, I don't know how to respond to this. But this was an article. Oh, what is today? Thursday. We got this one. Oh, that would have been the 24th, somewhere between the 22nd and 23rd of February that this happened. And yeah. Well, apparently she really wanted her biscuits. And you don't deny somebody their biscuits when they go to Popeyes. Apparently that's what we have to learn from this today. Okay? So, again, this is something that you won't see, you know, ever anywhere, but here. I don't know. I do not know. So, oh, look, we do have the article. Oh, my God. Okay, a Georgia woman was recently arrested after authorities say she purposefully crashed into the Popeyes restaurant. The woman, identified as a 50-year-old of Augusta, we won't say her name because we're not going to put her on that much blast here, is charged with felony aggravated assault and criminal damage to property in the first degree. Just after 7:45 p.m. Saturday, Richmond County Sheriff's deputies were responding to the chicken restaurant in Augusta for an accident with injuries. The Popeyes manager told the deputies that the person drove her SUV into the east entrance after she became upset that she did not have any biscuits, according to the incident report. One of the employees who was standing by the entrance was almost struck by the car during the incident, noted deputies. Miller continued driving after hitting and entering the building until her car was stopped by debris. Fled the scene, according to the report. A car was later found at her home with the front end damage. Really? Really? I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't even realize, I thought I had just saved the title, but that is great that I was able to be smart and actually hold on to that whole article, because that is, wow. Okay, so general rule of thumb, don't piss off somebody during dinner. Anybody who knows the business, anybody who knows restaurant, food service, or anything like that, be it Popeyes, be it McDonald's, be it Taco Bell, be it Arby's, you don't piss off somebody like that. And you try and de-escalate the situation. Now, that probably wasn't going to de-escalate as well as one would have hoped. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So, staying kind of in that realm, found something else. Flying bugs. Now, there are two things that I hate in life that, completely, creep me out. And the lovely missus will sit there and be like, yep, I completely agree with that. I hate spiders, very badly. And I hate snakes very badly. I can't do that. I can't do either one of those two things at all. My daughter really wants a snake growing up. I'm like, well, no. When you turn 18, we can talk about that. Okay. When you turn 18, then you can move out. You can get a snake. You can get a dog. You can get one of those little pugs or whatever that you like. But yeah. So this article says that there was a flying bug. Okay. Flying bug found at Walmart turns out to be rare Jurassic era insect. Now, this is an older article, it looks like, but it was just posted just in the last couple of days. Okay. So a 2012 trip to Fayetteville, Arkansas Walmart to pick up some milk turned out to be one for the history books. A giant bug that stopped a scientist in his tracks as he walked into the store and he ended up taking home turned out to be a rare Jurassic era flying insect. This person, the director of the Penn State's University Insect Identification Lab. So that, and that's just ironic that this person has that type of job, let's say, is the one who figures this out. Okay. So Michael Scavarla, director of the Penn State University Identification Lab, found the mysterious bug, an experience that he said he remembers vividly. Okay, quote, I was walking into Walmart to get milk and I saw this huge bug on the side of the building. One of those B-rated horror movies starts, I'm telling you, okay? He said in the press release, continuing the quote, I thought it looked interesting, so I put it in my hand and did the rest of my shopping with it between my fingers. Okay. I need a bell for that one. Okay. I need a bell. That was just one of those. You can no. Okay. So I got home, mounted it, and properly forgot about it for almost a decade. How could you forget about something like that? You can't. Okay. Skavarla originally thought that the bug he had plucked from the Walmart's exterior was an antlion. These bugs, according to the Missouri Department of Conservation, look like fragile, drab damselflies. Okay, damselflies. Okay, that is a word that I have not heard of before. Okay, so with an elongated body, 4 intricately veined wings, malted with browns and blacks, and clubbed and curved antenna about as long as the combined head and thorax. About as detailed as you can get with that. Okay. We all realized together that the insect was not what it was labeled and was in fact a super rare giant lacewing. Okay. Bug's wingspan, about 50 millimeters, nearly 2 inches. A span that the team said made it clear that the insect was not an antlion. I still remember the feeling, this guy said. It was so gratifying to know that the excitement doesn't dim. The wonders isn't lost. Here we are making a true discovery in the middle of an online lab course. Skavarla then worked with a team to conduct molecular analyses on the bug. In November, his research on the specimen was published in North America. The disappearance is largely shrouded in mystery, with some theorizing that they may have disappeared because of an increasing light pollution, new predators, and potentially even there being new earthworms introduced into the environment that changed the soil's composition. The discovery of the Arkansas specimen represents a new state record and the first specimen recorded in eastern North America in over 50 years. This discovery suggests that there may even be relictual populations of this large, charismatic insect yet to be discovered, adding that the location in which it was found may be an ideal play for a large, showy insect to hide undetected. It could have been 100 years since it was even in this area. Okay. So, that's cool. Yes, we have no idea what is going on in half of our world. And I think I'm being generous when I say half, because I think it's probably closer to 3/4. Just saying. This is one of those things that, yes, we are always going to be finding new stuff. What do they say? That we have only investigated like 10% of our oceans, let alone on the surface. I mean, we are still learning things every single day about our Earth. So it's, yeah, just saying. That's added now to my list of bugs that I hate. You can actually, if you Google this article, you can actually find it. They have pictures of said insect. It looks like something that you would see out of a B-rated horror movie. Just saying. Adding it to my list of things that I hate and that I am royally afraid of. We may get into that a little bit later. Things that royally afraid your show host here. Royally scare him, for that matter. But one of the last things that we have on here, and this is, I saved this for close to the end because I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to talk about this one, because for some reason during all of these discussions over the last couple of years, and especially on here, you have the artificial intelligence. And it's funny that, how Big Brother is, that when, let me pull it back up here. It's crazy how how Big Brother can get with, if you talk about this, here's 12 more articles to make you go WTF. Okay. You're going to have those. And this is kind of how this one came out to be. I didn't even look for this one. I didn't even know that this was going on at the start of it. This is from Global News. This was 2 days ago that this was published. That Ford vehicles of the future. Okay, so we got to rewind here. We got to talk about the future of vehicles as they sit right now. Okay, right now the future of vehicles, guys, is all electric. No more gas. It can talk to you. It can open up your house. They make jokes that country music songs about the woman leaving the man and all he has is his truck. By the year 2030, the truck will also leave the man and drive away on its own. Yeah, I don't know. But the sad part is that's probably not going to be too far-fetched by that point. This Ford vehicles of the future could possibly repossess themselves and drive away. I'm going to let that sit and marinate for a second here. Okay, I'm going to let that sit and marinate. Ford vehicles of the future could repossess themselves and drive away. Have you guys seen on TV, they have those repossess shows? It's been like on A&E and like maybe True TV, stuff like that. And when I'm sitting here, I was reading the article, and they go through the whole ploy of it, and then they kind of contradict themselves at the very end. Ford has submitted a patent for this. Okay. Now, if you've watched those shows on TV, they talk about like how the tow truck drivers, they're trying to jump in real quick, and you've probably seen the videos on YouTube of it. They just go in, they snatch the car in like 12 seconds flat, and no damage, no nothing. They're getting like really good at this. And then they just drive away. Well, if you miss a payment, then yeah, it's going to happen. Okay. We have been in that position ourselves before. We haven't missed one. We just couldn't make the payment. So we told the bank, hey, I'm done. Come get this and we'll deal with it later. And you know what we did? We got everything taken care of and squared away, and we moved on. That's what happens when you're young and stupid, like I was. This article has it as automaker Ford has applied for a patent in the U.S. that would give vehicles the ability to repossess themselves, including the potential capability of self-drive directly to a repossession agency. I'm going to read this and then we're going to break it down, because this isn't too far-fetched with what we've been talking about the last couple of days, because it seems like every show we have something else popping up with artificial intelligence, as it is pretty much coming to be. The patent, which is entitled Systems and Methods to Repossess a Vehicle, was published on February 23rd. The repossession usually occurs when a buyer defaults on the necessary payments, causing a bank to seize said property, in this case a Ford vehicle, without a court proceeding. The 14-page document goes into detail about the methods and reasoning for the automated repossession, including the ability for Ford to disable one or more components of the vehicle, everything from its engine to its lock mechanisms or entertainment system. Okay. It is therefore desirable to provide a solution to address this issue. The solution: to install a system that could forcibly repossess a vehicle without the owner's presence. We're going to stop right there. Yes, it can probably at times get a little sticky when it comes to having the owners or the person who's paying on the car note to go, oh my God, why is there a tow truck here? No, I'm going to jump in my car. A lot of probably not smart decisions would probably be made at that point. Just saying. According to this patent, any vehicle with autonomous or semi-autonomous capabilities could be self-driven from a first spot to a second spot that is more convenient for a tow truck to tow the vehicle. The company says that the vehicle could be driven via autopilot to a repossession agency or impound lot, aka junkyard. Okay. This may cooperate with the vehicle computer system to autonomously move the vehicle from the premise of the owner to the junkyard. Okay, this would be determined based on the car's mileage, condition, and other costs associated with repossession, like towing fees. So if it ain't worth it, then it ain't going to go. It's going to go straight over there and chill. Okay. One such alert method that they have, because they gotta cover their bases, they got to do the whole CYA mentality on this, is that they got to give the owners, fair warning, whether it's It doesn't say in here, but I assume, a couple of days or a week or something. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Okay. One such alert idea mentioned in the patent is the use of an incessant and unpleasant sound that may go off every time the owner is present in the vehicle. Wah, 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 something stupid. I don't know. Okay. They could also be locked out of their vehicles. Okay. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Okay. They end the article with, though Ford has filed the patent, that does not necessarily mean the automaker will introduce any element of the technology previously said to its production lines. Often, and here's the kicker, a patent is filed by a company in order to claim ownership of an idea before a competitor. Global News reached out to Ford Canada to inquire if similar patents was in the works north of the American border, but did not receive comment before the press time. Ford appears to be the only automaker to have filed for an automatic repossession patent. In Canada, auto loan delinquencies are reportedly on the rise. Nearly 2% of all auto loans in Canada have become delinquent, an increase of 0.31 basis points from 2021. Okay, yes, those are probably going to be going up. That's kind of obvious. So, I can see where they're coming from on this. Not going to lie. I could really understand, because if you go to a buy here, pay here a lot, they have similar technology that they can do for not autonomous vehicles, that they can disable things, lock you out, not let you start it until you make a payment if you've missed a payment, depending on what your terms are. Okay. So this isn't something new or out of the ordinary or crazy, but they're taking it to the next level. They have the ability now to take it to the next level in life. So we're going to see where that goes. That's going to be something that there are a bunch of people that when you talk to them about things like this, they're like, oh yeah, machines are going to take over the world in, 2 years, and it's been like 20 years and you just see them getting better and better and better. I don't think we're going to see this anytime in the absolute near future. I mean, I really don't. I think we're going to see it maybe in the next 10, 15 years. Okay, I would think on the far side. I think by the time, 2040, 2035, 2040 comes around, this may be probably a more common thing. Okay, but not in the immediate future. So if you're having issues with the payment, you don't got to worry right now. And if you do worry, just don't get a Ford. Okay, we all know the jokes about Ford. Fix or repair daily, found on road dead, effed over rebuilt Dodge. All the jokes that you hear, at the end of the day. So, yeah, I don't know. So, alrighty, guys. Couple of big articles, couple of fun ones, couple of WTF moments. Make sure that you guys are following on the page, CharlieFoxtrotRadio.com. Make sure that you are going there daily. We are posting more and more on there. Our what if section, we have an interesting one that we posted today. One of the biggest things that we're going to be aiming for over the next several weeks, and this is going to be an article that we're going to touch on tomorrow, is that Facebook is going through a drastic change right now on the back end of it. Okay. And a lot of people, the addiction of it is why I hate social media so much, because it is very addicting. That's why one of our goals here is to make it so that you can just go to CharlieFoxtrotRadio.com and get all this news. You don't got to dig through social media. You don't got to go through all of that. You can just find it all there. Okay. They are going through some changes. We're going to go into some more discussions about it tomorrow. They're so fluid right now. That's sticking with my main rule. You let everything sit and marinate for a while and just go back to it, see what happens, and then you bring it out. Okay. So we got to go through that. Make sure that you guys said, like I said, the what if section. Make sure that you guys are going to check that out. There are some pretty cool things on there. Okay, we try and post at least once every other day, every 2 days, something informative for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Like I said, Friday, tomorrow, small business, entrepreneurs for the day. That is going to be our highlight on top of everything for our Friday show. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe, have fun. We will talk to you later.